Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for FET price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. And starting on the daily chart, we are looking at several of the scenarios between bullish and bearish, and starting with the double bearish scenarios where we have a WXY for 3 waves down and ABC of course for a wave X, and a wave Y still of course expected to be finished probably in a zigzag or in a flat or in a triangle. So one of these scenarios might unfold, of course, for FET as a WXY sideways, maybe sideways ranging as a triangle, probably as well, is very probable. Now, your second bearish scenario is, of course, an expanding flat with 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toward the downside, reaching, of course, the 1.618. This is the ultimate bearish scenario, of course, in case it has unfolded. Don't forget we have a leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC for wave 2, and then possibly 1.618 fib level for wave 3, and 4 and 5 continuation toward the downside until we finish this expanding flat. So yeah, basically, of course, before we coming to the ultimate bearish scenario, we need, of course, to make sure we are not in WXY, which it can be only the 1-to-1 fib level, or even just a sideways for a long range time for a triangle. Now, your bullish scenario is, of course, a finished running flat as 3 waves down, 3 waves up, finished wave C here, very short with 5 waves to the downside, of course, and in the middle of the structure, meaning as a running flat, you would like to see continuation toward the upside after it. This is exactly what happened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a nice impulse and clear impulse toward the upside. Your wave 4 did not interfere with your wave 1, and of course it looks even wave 5 as impulsive, with wave 3 also the longest in this impulse. Everything regarding the rules are fine regarding this impulse. Therefore, we can call it wave 1. We're looking for a wave 2. If you are wave 3, of course, you would like to see continuation, but this did not happen. It has finished as 3 waves up, A, B, and a C, of course, and that because I cannot call it also an impulse because, of course, 1, 2, your wave 2 in time is very long, and if you have a wave 4 here, definitely this is not related to the time, of course, of this wave 2. Meaning we are in 1, 2 still expanding, of course, in time somehow. However, the time required for this has already passed. If we take, of course, here a 1, 2, of course, your wave 2 has to be finished after 1.618. Now it can, of course, move to the double time for wave 1, but even we have passed it. So therefore, it's kind of like start to reduce a little bit the possibility, but of course, time is never an invalidation unless, of course, it is a very long time. Therefore, of course, we have to consider it as triangle. Remember our bearish scenario WXY, it might be a very long sideways range. And in that case, of course, to finish anyway a wave 2 here, you are in a ending diagonal. The perfect fib levels for a wave 2 are 0.618, 0.78. And of course, that would be a perfect scenario for 5 waves toward the downside as ending diagonal, finishing exactly between the perfect fib levels for a wave 2, and then start to move toward the upside again, of course, as impulsive 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Continuation for a bullish scenario. Now, of course, we have to watch what's going to happen. First, if we break the 0.886, this is the first signal that we are, of course, going to take the low, meaning, of course, not just taking the low and then moving toward the upside, but it means as well, of course, probably taking the 1-to-1 fib level taken from this A, B, and a C to finish a third structure for this W, X, and a Y, of course. And in that case scenario, I would consider 5 waves up here and then 3 waves down and continuation toward the upside. This is your confirmation, of course, for bullish and higher prices. Now, if you take a look, of course, at the KGT indicator, we can see, of course, on the FET, we have a signal buy. It's a buy signal, of course, on the 5-minute chart. But however, we have also, don't forget that we have a very strong convergence here from the top end with a sell signal. Of course, now we got a bearish convergence. Now it has been kind of played, yeah, because we saw, of course, the downside. That's perfect. Now we got a bullish signal, but yeah, I don't see a very strong divergence unless we take, of course, even less weaker signal here at the mid. We don't see any kind of divergence. Yeah, so I would say that this price here still need to move toward the downside to get a clear divergence. Now, of course, the more you go deeper, you can see here, of course, there is a divergence where we saw the higher prices, but again, directly giving us a second bearish signal with convergence, meaning we still sideways, guys. And I think in a bigger view where you have the most strongest signals, of course, you don't have really good divergence here, and the bearish signal still taking place here from here and here. So yeah, we might still see, of course, lower prices. And of course, this will finish our perfect scenario for a wave 2 in a contracting diagonal, meaning a little bit one more leg down would finish, of course, is this contracting diagonal wave 2, and then start to move toward the upside, possibly, in case we don't take, of course, the invalidation of a 1-2 at 886 0.79 cent. That was it for FET. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.